From out-of-world space stations to highly efficient transportation projects, we bring you some of the most expensive projects worldwide. As technology advances, governments embark on the journey to improve lives. Are these projects cost-effective? This is for you to decide. Stay tuned as we unveil the most expensive projects in the world. Number 1. International Space Station, $150 billion. To push space exploration further, the International Space Station was planned. It was built by a collaborative effort of the world's superpowers, which included NASA of the United States, Roscosmos of Russia, and the European Space Agency, along with the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency and the Canadian Space Agency. This joint effort of 15 nations was completed between 1998 and 2011. It is a habitable satellite with a length of 357 feet and a mass of 1 million pounds. You can also see it from the Earth owing to its big size. The orbital laboratory serves the purpose of experimentation, scientific research, and testing of new technologies. The USA contributed the lion's share of $58 billion, while the entire project is now estimated to be $150 billion. It is expected to rise as high as $1 trillion, becoming the most expensive project ever constructed. Number 2. The Interstate Highway System, $425 billion. Next, we have the United States Interstate Highway System. President Dwight D. Eisenhower proposed the project, which aimed to provide more accessible routes in cases of emergency. The project was supposed to improve travel for citizens and the military. The program's cost, which was authorized by the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956 and came under construction in 1956, is estimated to be around USD 425 billion. The project was completed in 1992 after over 35 years. It involved the construction of over 47,000 miles of highway across the country. The Interstate Highway System was a major infrastructure project that greatly improved transportation and economic ties between states. Federal and state governments funded the program, and federal gasoline tax financed most of the cost. Number 3. California High-Speed Rail, $100 billion. President Obama pledged to connect major U.S. cities by high-speed rail. This led to the project of California High-Speed Rail beginning its construction in 2015. This publicly funded project was set to complete its Phase 1 by 2029, which would run between Madera and Bakersfield. However, the project surpassed its original budget and reached $98.5 billion. The bullet train with a speed of 220 miles per hour disadvantaged Californians. They can travel between San Francisco and Los Angeles in only 2 hours and 48 minutes. This bullet train aims to create thousands of job opportunities and increase revenue. The problem remains with the discrepancies between initial estimates and the actual expenditure cost. The rail system is one of the most expensive rail network projects in the world. Number 4. The Honshu Shikoku Bridge, $75 billion. The Honshu Shikoku Bridge project, also known as the Seto-Ohashi Bridge, connects the islands of Honshu and Shikoku in Japan. The project's cost, completed in 1988, is estimated to be around USD 75 billion. The project included constructing a series of bridges and tunnels, including a 6.1 kilometers long suspension bridge that spans the Seto Inland Sea. The project has 3 expressways across a network of 18 bridges. It aimed to accommodate pedestrians and cyclists too. The bridge was considered one of the most expensive construction projects in Japan at that time. The bridge provides a crucial link between Honshu and Shikoku and has greatly improved transportation and economic ties between the two islands. Before we dive into our next most expensive project, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to not miss our upcoming videos. Number 5. Dubailand, $64.3 billion. Another expensive project was the announcement of 200 megaprojects and 50 sub-projects in 2003 by the UAE. These costly and ambitious leisure developmental projects were collectively known as Dubailand. It aimed to provide an attraction geared toward families. The construction cost was estimated to hit as high as $64 billion. However, the construction paused due to the financial crisis in 2008. Later on, it was resumed in 2013. Dubailand was planned to include a Disney theme park, an IMAX theater, a Six Flags park, and even a shopping mall. It was intended to depict Arabian folklore designs. The opening date was set for 2025. However, The entire project was scaled down owing to the recession, which caused the funding to drop from $64 to $55 billion. Number 6. The Shinkansen, $64 billion. The Shinkansen, also known as the bullet train, is a high-speed railway connecting major cities in Japan. The project's cost was $64 billion, which began construction in the 1950s. The project involves the construction and maintenance of a large network of high-speed rail lines, including the construction of tracks, stations, and trains. The Shinkansen has greatly improved transportation and economic ties between cities in Japan and has been a major contributor to the country's economic development. The project is funded by the Japanese government with additional funding from private investors and international financial institutions. Number 7. The Kashagan, $50 billion. The Kashagan Oil Field development project in Kazakhstan is considered one of the most expensive oil and gas projects in history. The cost of the project, which began construction in 2000 and began production in 2013, is estimated to be around $50 billion. The project involves the development of the giant offshore Kashagan Oil Field located in the Caspian Sea, which is one of the largest and most complex oil fields in the world. The project required the construction of a large network of pipelines, drilling platforms, and other infrastructure to extract and transport the oil. The project faced numerous technical and logistical challenges, including harsh weather conditions, and also experienced significant cost overruns and delays, which contributed to the high cost. The project is a joint venture of several international oil companies, with the majority stake held by the National Oil Company of Kazakhstan. Number 8. The Doha Metro, $36 billion. The Doha Metro project in Qatar is considered to be one of the most expensive construction projects in the Middle East. The project's cost, which began construction in 2014 and was completed in 2019, is estimated to be around $36 billion. The project includes the construction of 4 metro lines and 37 stations, serving the capital city of Doha, and was built to reduce traffic congestion and provide an alternative mode of transportation for residents and visitors. The Doha Metro project was one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in the region. It was one of the largest public transport projects in the world, involving several international and local contractors. The government of Qatar funded the project, which was completed on time and within budget. Number 9. Al-Maktoum International Airport, $32 billion. The Dubai government began the construction of Al-Maktoum International Airport, the second largest after Dubai International Airport. Later, expansion plans were put forward, but the rising financial difficulty and reduced air traffic slowed the progress. It is estimated that the Dubai International Airport will become the biggest and the most luxurious airports by 2030. This costly investment would upgrade Dubai's passenger carrying capacity to 220 million. The entire expansion would cost around $32 billion. Al-Maktoum International Airport will soon be one of the world's 7 wonders, owing to its magnificence. Number 10. Kansai International Airport, $24 billion. The construction of Kansai International Airport in Osaka, Japan, was planned in the 1960s. The project's cost, which included the construction of the airport island and the main terminal building, is estimated to be around $24 billion. The construction of the airport on an artificial island was a big task. The engineers built the airport by crushing mountains and laying them to create land. They also made the construction resist earthquakes, tidal waves, and noise complaints. However, this increased the construction cost. A large amount was spent on metal support columns and other structural pieces to keep it floating. The project was plagued by several issues, including cost overruns and delays, which contributed to the high cost. Despite the high price, the airport did bring impressive economic returns. In 2012, a new terminal was connected to the first by a free shuttle. So we have come to the end of our video. We hope that you enjoyed it. If you know of any other expensive projects, let us know in the comments below.